It's national meets regional. It's Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us for a new path to arts and entertainment.
Hello, I'm Amanda Elliott. Welcome to Sidewalks. I'm here today with Clifton Oliver from Motown, the musical. Clifton,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm well, good morning.
Welcome to San Francisco.
Thank you so much.
Tell me, what brought you to theater?
You know, I've always had a flair for entertainment, as my mom likes to say.
Okay.
I started out in church singing and stuff like that. And I started watching great performances and fell in love with, live performances on stage. Initially it was ballet, and then it just became theater. And I've just always loved live performances on stage.
Yeah, so you're a singer as well as a dancer.
Singer, dancer, actor, yeah. They say triple threat, that's what they call it.
All right, well, I could see that in the musical, and you were absolutely wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Phenomenal.
I really appreciate that.
How long have you been acting and singing?
Professionally, about 19 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I started when I was 5, so I'm not going to tell you how long that's been.
All right.
Just kidding.
Well, I see from your bio that you do television as well as theater.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, that's something I'm really looking forward to pursue. And as a matter of fact, getting the role of Mr. Gordy has really, really improved my odds of getting on television and into the film industry. So
that's wonderful.
Most definitely.
So what was your relationship to Motown music before you did the show?
My mom is a huge fan of Motown. I mean, we grew up with all Motown Christmas albums for Christmas, and Diana Ross and the Supremes, the Temptations. My mother loved some Marvin Gaye, that whole thing. Smokey
absolutely.
Robinson with the pretty eyes.
Yes.
So I'm a big fan of it, and I grew up with it. I'm very familiar with the music and the whole company.
Yeah, I grew up with it as well, and I still play the Jackson 5 Christmas album every Christmas.
Of course.
We have to do that. It's a tradition.
Of course.
So, so did you get a chance to meet the artists before you portrayed them in the musical?
Actually, by the grace of God, Mr. Gordy cast me. So I was able to go through the whole audition process and work with Mr. Gordy and have him give me notes and talk to me about, singing and all that stuff. So I've had a chance to work with Mr. Gordy quite often. He's a great man.
That's really wonderful to have that opportunity.
Yes,
and
it
so
is.
what was your method of study, really?
Well, initially, it's a great story. I started out in the project as Marvin Gaye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was about 2.5 years ago when they were workshopping the project, and it just wasn't the right fit. And Mr. Gordy wasn't sure why, and nor was Charles Randolph Wright, our director, but it turns out that I was supposed to be Mr. Gordy. So years later, I've, stumbled upon this role, and it's just been a blessing. Yeah.
So you've been involved for over 2 years then?
Oh yeah, 3 years altogether.
3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow,
Yeah.
and you're still not tired of it?
Oh, no, I can never be tired of it.
I could
It's
tell
a
that.
gift from God, and I receive it.
Yes. So how much did you know about the relationship between Berry Gordy and Diana Ross before the musical?
I mean, we all really, speculated and assumed and heard this and that. So I wasn't 100%, sure of what. All I knew is that Mr. Gordy and Diana Ross were in love with each other, passionately and madly.
Yes.
Yes.
So are you yourself a songwriter? Or?
I am a singer-songwriter as well, yes. It's something that I would like to pursue as well, but right now I'm focusing, mainly on this show. Yeah.
And what about the choreography? What about rehearsal?
Actually, we have dual choreographers, Patty Wilcox and Warren Adams. It's great because Patty did most of the Supremes choreography, so she was really familiar with the vocabulary of the feminine ways of the Supremes and stuff like that. And then Warren did a lot of the temps and all of the male choreography. And our rehearsal process was about 6 weeks altogether. We started out in the studio, and then we moved into the stage and had tech, and then we got into previews and got on the stage. So altogether about 8 weeks of rehearsal.
So during the actual touring of the show, do you still rehearse, or you guys just do do the show?
We have understudies for our leading roles, as well as swings and stuff, so they have understudy rehearsal and swing rehearsals, but we don't really rehearse that much unless Mr. Gordy's in town and he sees something that he wants to work with us on, and he'll call a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a highly physical show.
It really is.
So I know you have to be a little worn out after
Oh, it's
each
a marathon.
show, right?
It's a marathon for sure. But you know, when you are doing something that you love to do, you don't really get that tired of it, you know. Not until afterwards, but during it, you know, you have the energy for it, and it's afterwards that you can actually feel the fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the next step for you after Motown?
You know, like I said, I would really like to have a sitcom. I love comedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. You know, Will Smith, Damon Wayans, those
Yes.
type of roles and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to television and film.
Well, Clifton, much success to you,
Thank you.
and thank you so much for the
Of course.
interview, and you are phenomenal, and I can't wait to see you again.
I appreciate
All
it.
right, thank you.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.